The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 28. Nasdaq is up 10. S&Ps are off 4. Gold up $1.90 at $12.73.70 an ounce. We have silver up 2 cents, $16.77 an ounce. Platinum is trading out here at a price point of $9.10 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 46 cents. $54.36 a barrel. You have the 10-year note up 9 ticks, 124.08. The 30-year bond up 19, 150, 125. King dollar down 192 ticks, 94.630. The euro's at 116 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at 113.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go to the world of the Dow Industrials, see what the strength is versus the weakness. Dow Industrials right now, down 27 bucks. You're at 23,407, laying right out its highs out here. So inside the Dow this morning, and we're going to have a slew of earnings out here this week also, folks. You get Merck putting 18 negative points into the Dow, 3M putting 14, Johnson & Johnson putting 11, Home Depot putting 10. Let's look at Johnson & Johnson for a second. So Johnson & Johnson is down $1.76. Volume's not bad. Johnson & Johnson is going to be something to watch. And the reason being, folks, is that they have a spinoff. And that one of their spinoffs happens to be in that opiate business. So I suspect at some particular point, that thing more than likely is going to get hit. Because Johnson & Johnson has some deep pockets, and they're going to be going after deep pockets. The NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. Strength out here is you got the Shire up 2.7%. You get Africo Technology up 2.6%. You get Allergen up 2.4%, and you get Apple up 2%. The weakness, JB Hunt is down 2.3%. Gilead's off 1.8%. Mondelez is down 1.7, and Ross stores is down 1.6. Let's go over and take a look at Apple. So Apple is up $3.55. Apple's coming out with its numbers November 2nd, which is this week. So she's going right after the high, 164.94. So we're taking that out today. This is going to be intriguing. Okay, so you're going after the high, and we'll see whether it can hold it. That high is 164.94, and I believe it's the second. So the second is Thursday. Yeah, second is Thursday. We go take a look at the biotechs out here. What you have with the biotechs? The biotechs right now are up $1.73. 317. This is down from 342. So 342 you had out here on the 5th of October. Comes down to 311. You're getting a bounce. That bounce looks like it does have light volume. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here. You have the General Electric. Man, that just doesn't stop. That's down 23 cents, $20.53. We get Bank of America down 17. Ma Bell is up 13. You have, let's see, J.C. Penney. That's going to be going out of business. That's down 14 cents to $2.98. Facebook is up $2. You get Cal Atlantic. Cal Atlantic is getting taken over. That's a home builder getting taken over by Lennar. That's a big merger there. Well, big takeover, actually. General Motors is down 97 cents. Okay, so let's go over to Facebook, because I believe Facebook's coming out with numbers on November 2nd also. November 1st. So Facebook is going to be Wednesday after the close. Facebook's trading up $2.10, 179, and that's at all-time highs. Now, Facebook and Google, I believe, are going to be 10 testifying tomorrow in front of Congress. So we'll see how that's going to shake out. Yeah. Bond market. Let's go take a look at the bond market. 30-year bond out here. So 30-year bond, as well as the 10-year note, on Friday rejected the swing lows of July, 150.11. We got down to 3 days in a row. We got down to 150. 12, 14, and then we went to 150.10 on Friday, rejected it. Now, bottom line is trying to make its way back inside the 152.24. You're at 151.28. If we take a look at the 10-year, the 10-year is yielding 2.385, and there we go. Some of this movement on Friday had to do with the latest rumor that it'll be Powell as a Fed chairman versus Taylor. So 124.29 we're at right now. And Powell would be seen as more dovish than Taylor. Because if you're going to start, if they're going to do a rule, or bottom line is that then they're going to have to worry about an actual number versus looking at everything and say, okay, you going up or you're not going up, and they can fudge the deal a lot more. The XAU right now is trading up 42 cents. If you're in the metals market, what you want to see, folks, is a sign of strength inside the XAU and HUI. We don't have that yet. What it has done is it's tested lows from where it went topside from, going all the way back to last July. What held that up was the highs of the low. So now it's going to show that it does have a sign of strength, that it can basically get up and out of there. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner, bring it up, and walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. Let's go into the NQs once again. So the NQs, bottom line, they go topside with juice on Friday. That's when good old Amazon, I believe, went up $125. This is up an additional $12 right now. You're trading at $1,113. Google finished its ABC structure on the way up, then gave it up pretty quick. The ABC structure was 10.50, made 10.48.39, and pulled back pretty quickly. Microsoft also went topside. Microsoft, $84.21. That gapped higher from 78. Now, the thing's going to be intriguing about this is that these gaps below will get filled. They don't have to be filled like in the next couple of weeks, but they'll get filled when a turn happens. Those gaps are going to be coming fast and furious, coming down, because they're monster gaps. We go take a look at the IWM. IWM is trading flat, for $148.95. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. And Lennar did buy, Lennar agreed to acquire Cal Atlantic for $5.7 billion in cash. And this Cal Atlantic, what's intriguing about this, you know, the rest of these home builders, they must have made some bad mistakes on the way down, because this never got back to even close to where it was trading in 2005. This stock in 2005 was a $222 stock. Bottom line, you're at 48, and that's after a takeout offer. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and we take a look at Intel right now. So Intel broke topside also last Friday. The equities that did break topside last Friday, they're basically going after higher highs today. You had Intel, the high last Friday was 45. Right now you went to 45.19. We are right at 45 right now. Google traded. Well, Google's not going to go to, we'll see if I can get that high. 1,048 it got to on Friday. 1,050 is the ABC structure on the way up. Google's up 520 right now at 1024. Google gave it up and gave it up pretty quickly. The Microsoft went topside, had volume behind the move. That also gave it up. So this is going to be interesting to see where Microsoft shakes out. Let me pull this back and put this on it's almost on a monthly basis. Yeah, it's been a straight line move. It's not even an ABC up. It's still like Microsoft was at $48 June of 2016. And when you actually look at this, there isn't one time, 1 month from that area that you would even got shooken on this thing. It's pretty amazing. The Amazon, the king out here. This is accelerating up pretty quickly. Let me see. So Amazon's up $17.50. Yeah, it's not. There's not a lot of people short this. There's only 1.35% short interest. So that's not what's driving this. What's driving this is that there's buyers. So if we put this on a monthly, oh man. This is a trip. Okay, so this is an ABC up too. Wow. Okay, so your A point is 710. Your B is 1,080. So you got 370. Your C is 936. So you're talking 1,300. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Let's go back over to Apple for a second. So Apple's going to be coming out. Actually, AVGO. Let's go to a couple of the suppliers because Avco went top side on Friday. Yeah, AFCO went from 242 to 252. It's a 261 right now. Believe this is going after its highs. Yeah. So we're going to know today whether this is another ABC up. This is pretty intense. If that's an ABC up. This is one of their suppliers. They're coming out with the numbers December 2nd, 7th, so we wouldn't be able to see that. But Apple itself, we put this on a weekly. Now, Apple wouldn't be an ABC up. No, it wouldn't, because each and every time this has come down, since let's say since May, it's had volume on the way down versus on the way up. But it is going after that swing point today, 164.94. 126 million shares is what it's going to need. And right now you're at 14 million. So today's going to be a big day out there, no doubt, for Apple. We go take a look at the silver market, SIZ7. What silver had done last week also is that rejected lower price also. Silver right now is trading, this December contract's trading 1677. And I like how this is set up. This is what the difference was with silver. Silver didn't get to the lows of the 6th or the August lows. You got down to a price point on Friday of 1660. It rejected it. Now silver has to get over 1689. And 1689 in silver, that would be over the high of its last swing low that was established out there in October. We're going to take a look at the oil market. The light sweet crude right now is trading at 54.09. And let's see. So this is, I'm going to put this actually on a continuous contract. Yeah, so this is game to 55.24. 55.24 are all the swing points that were up there from December of 2016 going all the way over to the March of 2017. That's how it's looking. If we take a look at the XLE, XLE had a heck of a day on Friday. There was some high volatility in that market. It had traded from 66.34 to 67.70, ended up closing out at 67.34. It's trying to get over these highs from 67.70. We'll see whether it can make it. ExxonMobil, the two largest weighting structures, that's flat out here this morning, and Chevron was the culprit on the putting heavy pressure inside the XLE. Chevron had gapped down from 118 into 112. Right now you're trading at 114.28. We get the Dow right now down 22. Nasdaq is up 20. S&Ps are down 2.5. We go take a look at these SPYs right now. The E-minis. E-minis right now, not a whole bunch of movement out here just yet. We'll see if we're actually going to get. I suspect we're going to get a little more volatility as we get through the trading day out here. Thus far, what we've had volume-wise is this. You've had, and the NYSE, we're dealing with 155 million, and the Nasdaq Composite, you're dealing with 429 million. Oh, so the composite. This has some volume, and you are at highs. The composite has some volume. That's a 500 million shares within the first 55 minutes of trading. So we'll see the 67.08. That's where we're at 67.21. It overtakes the highs once again, and of course, what you do have there. Let's go over to the Expedia. The travel companies got toasted pretty good on Friday. So Expedia had gapped down from 148, you're at 120 right now. PCLN, Priceline, that gap down from 1945, you're at 1885. And let's see, So Priceline's coming out with their numbers next week. Priceline's coming out November 6th. And I think most of those had to do with the numbers. What had ended up happening is that the actual hotels were hitting into their booking numbers. Because what has happened in the last few years is that the hotels themselves have given away, a few more amenities if, in fact, you go right into the hotel and you're booking your room at the hotel versus at Expedia or Priceline. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 29. Nasdaq is trading up 18. S&Ps are down 3.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Thinkorswim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now down 25. You get the Nasdaq up 23. S&Ps are up 2.5. And if we go over and we take a look at Weed. Weed is Canopy Growth Corporation, folks. It's a Canadian company. Through its subsidiaries, they offer and they produce medical marijuana. Bottom line is that it looks like we're going to have the booze business getting in the marijuana business first, meaning that You know, I suspected that between the booze business and the cigarette business, one of them was going to jump. Well, Constellation Brands jumped first, and this is going to, this is so, alcohol giant Constellation Brands is making a foray into marijuana, moving into the industry that's mostly stayed on the sidelines during the cannabis boom. Constellation is going to pay 245 million Canadian, that's 191 US, for a 9.9% stake in Canopy Growth, the Canadian seller of medical marijuana products. The deal assigns roughly a $2.5 billion valuation to Canopy, which trades in the Toronto Stock Exchange under the symbol WEED. The legalization of marijuana in Canada and a growing number of U.S. states is opening up a huge potential market, just as demand for alcohol is slowing. Still, pot remains prohibitive at the U.S. federal level, meaning American companies have to tread carefully. Constellation, based in Victor, New York, said it had no plans to sell cannabis in the U.S. or other markets until it's legal at all government levels. For now, it's just a matter of identifying markets with growth potential. Company success is a result of our focus on identifying early-stage consumer trends, and this is another step in that direction. As part of the agreement, the companies will collaborate on cannabis-based beverages that can be sold as adult products, but only in places where the products are legal at the federal level. In Constellation, we have a strategic ally that will join us as we lead the global cannabis sector into the future. We have strengthened our balance sheet to fund the ambitious expansion efforts as we planned heading into 2018. Canada plans to legalize recreational marijuana as of July of 2018. And the U.S., meanwhile, 64% of the population now wants to lift the ban on cannabis, according to a Gallup poll released last week. That's the widest margin since the firm began asking about the topic in 1969, when only 12% of the population approved. 8 states and Washington, D.C. have legalized marijuana for adult use. That means 1 of 5 Americans over the age of 21 are allowed to eat, drink, smoke, or vape cannabis, even though it remains illegal at the federal level. The Constellation deal involves warrants that will let it eventually double its stake. The purchase is expected to close during the company's third quarter. They are paying $12.98 a share. That was 1.5% above the closing price on Friday. Well, right now it's up $1.63. And one of the security analysts from Beacon said we see this as a game changer. There's no doubt it's a game changer, folks, because what you're going to see happen, let me see, you're going to see all those big booze companies get into this fast and furious, because the bottom line is that if they're going to be losing business in the booze business, guess what? They're going to make that up. And I suspect the spreads are definitely much larger right now inside the weed business, because you still are taking a risk because of the fact that on the federal level it's illegal. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. So the Russell 2000 out here is laying right up at its highs. The high that was generated. Now, what has happened is that the actual indice hasn't made a new high, as the S&P's made a new high. The Nadex took off like a rocket ship. The high that we're talking about inside the Russell is 1514.94. Right now, you're at 1501. And, we'll see whether we can get any traction out here today, but thus far it hasn't been able to get much traction going. If we just look at the ETF structure for that, what you have is that you have the ETF is the ETF. Come on, baby. The ETF is trading down 39 cents, 149, where that high is up there at 150.63. We did, let's see what this has to say. So U.S. homes, so we had Lennar take over, going to take over Cal Atlantic today. Headline here is U.S. homes get snapped up at the fastest pace in 3 decades. Here's more evidence that the defining characteristic of the U.S. housing market is a shortage of inventory for sale. Homes are sitting on the market the shortest time in 30 years, according to an annual report on home buyers and sellers published today by the National Association of Realtors. The typical home spent just 3 weeks on the market, according to a report which focused on 8,000 home buyers who purchased their home in the year ending in June. That was down from 4 weeks in the year ending 16 and 11 weeks in 2012 when the U.S. housing market was still reeling from the foreclosure crisis. Buyers are snapping up homes quickly at a time when for sale listings are in short supply, forcing them to compete. In addition to moving fast, buyers also had to pony up to close the deal. 42% of the buyers paid at least the listing price, the highest share since 2007. With the lower end of the market seeing the worst of the supply crunch, house hunters face mounting odds in finding their first home. Yeah, and you know what is going on right now, and I suspect that you're going to see that number pick up a little bit more because of the fact that if you're in that looking for a house right now, the real question is going to be, to me, there is a shortage of listings, that's for sure, but it's that interest rate, folks. You know, the 10-year rate is back down. It's at 2.392, but that is the most important aspect of the housing market at this particular point. Why? Because no one, there's still plenty of cash buyers, but there's people on a longer-term basis don't just go in and pay cash and living in a house. The bottom line is that you're still using your signature, and it's going to be it's all about interest rate. So if those short-term rates do go up and they kick into the longer-term rate, that'll make a difference. Thus far, it hasn't happened. And thus far, each and every time we've come down, it's rejected the lower price, which is just saying, hey, guess what? We're still in a very low interest rate environment. When we take a look at the world rates, we're at 2.39. United Kingdom is at 1.3. Imagine 1.3. France is at 0.7, and this is a 10-year, 0.7 of 1%. Germany's at 0.3. Spain is at 1.4. Portugal's at 2. It's hard to comprehend that our rates can go that much higher when the rest of the world is not there. Japan's still flat. Japan doesn't have a rate for a 10-year. How's that? It's not negative, but it doesn't have a rate. Switzerland is still negative. And then if we get into a 5-year rate, forget it. Let's see how many negative. So in a 5-year rate, we're at 2%. Germany's in a negative. You're going to pay them to hold their money. France is in a negative. Sweden's in a negative. Switzerland's in a negative. Japan's in a negative. Pretty intense. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials down 12. Nasdaq is up 20. S&Ps are down 2. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's get over. I want to see. Let me see this for a second. COP. Let's see who else is. Where are you, weed? Okay. So if we go into consonant. Constellation Brands. I want to see who else competes with them. STZ. So I think InBev. I don't think this is the same company of InBev. So, okay, Constellation Brands trading 212. RV. Okay, so I see. You got, okay, so their competition, you got Molson, Boston Beer, Craft Brew Alliance, Brown-Forman. So this is in the same area here. Then you're talking Pepsi and Coca-Cola too. So that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to manage. It's a lot easier for a booze company to get in the weed business than a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, I suspect. Okay, we'll find out. InBev. Yeah. I can't seem to find InBev, where I believe that InBev is like the largest booze company in the world. Right now we have the Dow down 9, NASDAQ is off 19, S&Ps are off 1.5. So bottom line is that you have had that Dow Industrials charge all the way back basically to flat. It was at 23,341. Now you're basically trading flat out here. And Apple's one of the big movers on the way up. Apple's putting 27 positive points into the Dow. Boeing is putting 19. Travelers is putting 8. United Technologies is putting 8. Merck, that's the second day that Merck's down pretty good. That's down 286. Bud, yeah, Bud. Is that the... Oh, cool. Okay, that's how it's set up then. Okay. Wow, look at this. Yeah, Merck is getting killed, man. Holy cow. So Merck's just going from $62 to $55 in 2 days. What's going on here? 1 second. Yeah, they get trouble in paradise. So this wants to trade down to 45. So Bud... Okay, so let's go over to Bud for a second. So Bud... Yeah, so this is Anheuser-Busch. This is the ADR. So right now, that company, oh my God, look at that. That company does $57 billion. Oh my God, they do over $1 billion a week. Latin America, they do 16.5 billion. North America, 15.7. Asia, 6 billion. Emerging markets, 6 billion. That is one big number, man. That is huge. Okay, so if we just look at this again, and you go into constellation, so it's 57 billion. That is pretty wild. And one of the tigers was telling me this. So the Canopy's headquarters are where they're growing all this weed, folks, is an old Hershey chocolate factory in Smith Falls, Ontario. There you go. So, okay, STZ. So Constellation does, that's tiny compared to Bud. They only do $7 billion. Beer, 4.2. Wine and spirits, 3.1. So they're big in the wine business. And what's intriguing here, so this, we'll see whether this will play internationally, but their business is basically all the U.S. business. 6.8 billion Constellation Brands businesses in the U.S. out of the 7.3. So there's 523 million outside. They're claiming they're not setting it up for the U.S., but more than likely, looking at how they're set up, that it looks like that is set up for the U.S. Let's go take a look at the U.K. Trading up in the FTSE right now. The FTSE is trading down $4, 7,500. The DAX in Germany, that also went topside on Friday. This is trading right at its highs right now, 13,242. I believe this is an all-time high, too. It is. It's an all-time high. So all these markets, man, these markets are, let's go to the Hang Seng. We'll see where the Hang Seng is. Hang Seng right now is trading, oh, I see. So the Hang Seng is right at, whoops. The Hang Seng right now is challenging its high from 2015. That's 28,558. It's getting pretty close to its 2007 high, though. It's only 3,000 points higher. 31,959. That's that number up at that level. USO, one of the targets, want to take a look at USO. USO is the United States Oil Fund. This is up 2 cents. And, you know, oil looks like it wants to go a little bit higher, but I'd be careful with this baby right now. The reason being is that even if we go over to the oil market for a second and look at it, there is huge resistance up at these highs. You know, doesn't mean it can't blow it away, but what you're going to see is that where oil was CL1. What we take a look at, this was trading for I believe, almost 5 months up at this level. So we traded from December, second week of December, no, not 5 months. So about 1, 2, 3, about 4 months. Yeah, it actually almost is 5 months. We just traded from December to April at this level. And each and every time it got into this $55 level, we hit 54.46 today. It just couldn't handle it. Now, if it breaks it, yeah, you got big action. If it breaks it, you're going to get 61 bucks out of it. You know, thus far, it hasn't been able to basically get that done. And if you do, I'd keep my eye on the XLE, because if the XLE can't handle that higher price, oil is going to be basically backing off. And the XLE will tell us quite a bit today, because on Friday, that was highly volatile, man. I mean, the XLE, you know, should have been able to go to the moon on Friday, and bottom line, it ended up being almost flat. It was up 16 cents. $67.70 is the number to keep your eye on inside the XLE. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are up, down 14. NASDAQ is up 15. S&Ps are off 2.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and we take a look at good old Bitcoin, making another new high out here. So Bitcoin hit 62.52 out here today. You're up $300 right now. It's a big number. So that gives Bitcoin $102 billion market cap, and that actually is, let's see, yeah. So that. Bitcoin itself has more than half the market of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. And one of those happens to be Bitcoin Cash, which Bitcoin spun off. And so if you own Bitcoin, you own Bitcoin Cash. And then they're doing Bitcoin Gold. You'll end up owning that. Ethereum is 29 billion. Litecoin is 3 billion. Ripple is 8 billion. So. Bottom line is that cyber currencies basically out here, and no matter how many times that some of the establishment figures are saying that, okay, it's not going to fly, bottom line, the Bitcoin itself is out there. We go over and we take a look at the GDX out here. So GDX on Friday did reject lower price. Now the GDX got to make it back inside its higher range, and that higher range has quite a way to go. It's 23.18. Right now we're at 22.71, and where I'm going with that is that was the downdraft for September 20th. That's when we went from 24.20 to 23.18. We will be having a lot of gold companies coming out with the numbers this week also. Which took that south last week was Barrick Gold. Barrick went from 15.98 down to 14.69. You stay right there, folks. So we got Thinkorswim coming up next. Some great swim lessons. Excuse me, folks. Then we'll go to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Dow right now down 15. Nasdaq up 15. S&Ps are off 2.5.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.